Hey y'all, it's Stacy. Welcome back to the kitchen. Are you looking for the perfect game day appetizer? Or maybe it's just you want a delicious cheesy dip for a normal Tuesday. Well, I've got you covered here with my cheesy sausage dip. Now, if you're familiar with the classic Rotel dip, this is kind of a delicious spin on that. What I did is I swapped ground beef for Italian sausage. So to get started, I took 1 pound of ground Italian sausage and I just browned that up in a large skillet here. Now, if you have some extra grease in the bottom, you could certainly drain that away. This happened to be pretty lean, so I don't need to do that. To this, I'm going to add 8 ounces of cream cheese, and this is room temperature. It's gonna help it incorporate it a little bit faster. And I've got 1 pound of Velveeta cheese. The great thing about this particular recipe is that it's pretty versatile. So outside of the cream cheese, you could certainly use ground beef if you wanted to. When it comes to the Velveeta, there are so many different options in terms of flavors with Velveeta. There's a Mexican version. I'm just using the plain here, but you could certainly swap that out for something different. Next, I'm going to add 2 10-ounce cans of Rotel tomatoes, and this is tomatoes and chilies. And I'm using the liquid and everything out of the can there. Just stir this around. I've got my heat over medium low. The goal here is just to get everything melted and combined. And just for additional flavor, a little sweetness, a little texture, I'm using a 15-ounce can of whole kernel corn. It just gives it a little pop of sweetness that we just really like, and it's something different. Now, as we work to stir this, to get all this melted and combined, there are other things that you can add to this. If you wanted to saute some onions, some garlic beforehand, you could add some chopped fresh jalapenos or even some chopped pickled jalapenos to this. The other thing that you can do with this recipe too is once you've done this, you can throw all this in a slow cooker and that'll keep it warm no matter how long you need to keep that. Because that slow cooker is gonna provide that gentle, gradual warmth that's gonna keep it melted and cheesy, whether, like I said, it's a game day or just a regular old Tuesday. Once this is melted, you can serve it right from the skillet with some corn chips, some scoops, some vegetables if you want to be healthy. And that's it. Folks, you can find this full easy recipe by heading over to the website at southernbite.com and just look for that Simply Southern TV section. You can find all the recipes from this episode and all the ones before right there. Y'all enjoy.
Mary, I love chips and dip. Honestly, there have been times I've eaten that instead of a regular meal. And you remember how good this was when we recorded that segment.
Oh yes, and Stacy says that this will easily keep in the refrigerator for 3 or 4 days. But say you're having a party and it's going to be sitting out at room temperature for a long time. Don't risk somebody getting sick, just serve smaller portions and switch them out during the day.
That is a good idea anytime you're serving finger foods, especially if you're outside. Well, that'll just about do it for us today. Mary and I appreciate you tuning in to Simply Southern.
We hope you'll be back with us next week when a very special guest joins us in the studio for the first time, but not the last time. And it's exciting, but that's all we can say for right now, right?
I think we should leave it at that for now.
Okay, that's all we can tell you for now.
But we will say it's a big announcement about Simply Southern, and you won't want to miss it. Until next time, I'm Kevin Worthington.
And I'm Mary Wilson. We are sure we'll see you next week. Simply Southern is produced by the Alabama Farmers Federation and made possible with the support of these sponsors.